Hey guys, it's Ryan. Today we're going to look at this cool tech pouch that I have here. It's called the Side-by-Side, and I wanted to kind of give you an idea of why I've been using it for about the last year or so, and why it's probably the best one that I've ever used, and why you should probably get it too, especially at the price. It comes in under 40 bucks, and that's, you know, a lot better than some of those other tech packs out there that cost upwards of $60, $70. So let's take a look at it. I'm actually packing for a trip right now, so we're gonna throw everything that I usually take on one of my normal trips into this pouch, and I'll show you how awesome it actually is. All right, so here's the pouch, and here's all the stuff that we're gonna fit into it. Whoop, dropped one. There we go. Here's all the stuff we're going to fit into it. Quite a bit of stuff. So let's push that out of the way for a second. And let's take a look at this thing. So one of the best parts about this particular pouch is that it has this stretchy material on it. And it's that's what allows it to fit so much stuff, all this stuff over here, into this little pouch. So let's take a look here. It actually has two different compartments. It has this one here, the smaller one, that takes up this side of things. It's just one big pouch that you put everything in. This one here, on the front one, opens up all the way. Oh, I should say on the back, this one only opens up, you know, what is that, 3/4 of the way, half of the way around. Then you put things into it. This side, you actually have it open up almost the entire way, kind of clamshell style. So let's open up this side and take a look inside. So what's really cool about this thing is that it has these little underoos rubber band things, and it has a lot of them around. So you can put pretty much anything you want in all of these. Little ones here, little spots right here, and then it has this little pouch right here with the mesh on it. Not a lot of dimension, but that's okay because you've got this, let's see if I can show you here, this stretchy stuff right here that just stretches like crazy, which is kind of cool. So that's this side. It even has a little pen holder, which I like a lot. I like to have a pen around. It's a little dirty because I have literally been using this thing all the time. So here's that big pouch on the top here. And it's just one big pouch, goes all the way down. That's it. That's all it is. It's very simple. What's really cool, another cool thing is, just as a side note, mine, get rid of that thing. Whoop, maybe. Mine, at least, came with this little side-by-side ID tag. I don't know. I never really had one on my luggage, but it's kind of cool to get one, a little extra bit there. And it just screws like this. It just screws on like that. That's my frequent flyer thing. Don't worry about that. And it just goes around, and it's nice and metal, and it just screws together like that, which is awesome. And then it stays on your bag. All right, so let's pack this thing up. I'll tell you what I do with it. I actually forgot one more pouch that's kind of hidden. So you see these little guys here. There's actually a pouch right back here, which is kind of cool. So you have extra bits there, and this stretches as well. It's got that same kind of stretchy material back here that allows it to stretch. All right, so let me show you what I usually take with me. I take, there's one Ethernet cable. I take another Ethernet cable as a backup. I have an external hard drive, which is a Glyph Atom, which is awesome. I have this little USB 3 to 3 USB and Ethernet adapter for my MacBook Pro. I've got a USB 3A to micro. I've got one iLock. I've got 2 iLocks that I just keep with me. I've got this little cruiser USB jump drive. I actually got another USB jump drive. This one is 16 gig, and they just carry extra files. And I've got another one that I got from some guys that I work with. And I've got a USB-A to USB-C adapter, and then I've got a USB-C to Ethernet adapter. And on top of that, I actually have a couple more things. I've got, look, another USB-A to USB-C adapter, a wall wart for my iPad, and a wall wart here for my iPhone. And I've got this headphone extender. It's just an 1/8" to 1/8" headphone extender. And then I've got a USB-A to USB micro for charging my phone case, which is kind of funny. And then the last thing I have is a mouse. And I just take that just in case I need to do some editing, things on the road. That's what that's for. Okay, so let's get all this in. Get out of the way there. Okay, first thing I do is I pack this big pouch here, the big pouch on the back. I take my Ethernet cables like this, and I end up putting my 2 chargers in the middle there to take up that dead space, just like this. And then they all just slide in. And I just push them down in there. And because of all this stretchiness here, it just, everything fits nicely. And then I take my mouse, and because this rides in my backpack that has extra padding, I'm not too worried about the mouse getting hit. It's still pretty good for how old it is. So this is an MX2 Anywhere 2S. So it's an MX Anywhere 2S, which is one of my favorites. I like the bigger MX version that I use in my studio. Anyway, so this guy fits in here, and then it all just zips right up like that. Perfect. Now for these guys. Let's see, we'll start over here. No, we'll start right here. So in this little pouch right here, I put my USB-C to USB-A cables and my USB-C to Ethernet adapter. I put that in there because they're pretty flat, so I can keep them down there like that. And then I load up my cables. Oh, one thing I forgot was my lightning cable, because I need that for my iPad. That goes in here like this on that side. And it's nice to have these for cables. These are perfect. Here's my USB 3 to micro, and then my USB 2 to micro. I've got this guy, which is my headphone extension, which I use sometimes, but not all the time. And you can kind of, adjust these out so they fit pretty flat. I also have a pen, so I'm going to put the pen in there, which I like to take with me. Actually, I think I go this direction. Yes. There we go. And then on this side, when I have SD cards, these are perfect for standard SD cards. This is for a micro SD, perfect size for those. But I'll actually put my 2 jump drives and the one iLock that I don't use very much. I put all those in here, but this can be for whatever you need it to be, like that. And then I'll put an iLock there. And I put this jump drive, because this is the one I get to the most, I'll put this in here, like this. And it just holds it in, which is very, very nice. And then on these over here, this is where I put my external hard drive. and my USB-A to break out to USB 3.0 and Ethernet adapters. So all that's kind of like, is it gonna fit? It's not quite there. But here's where the beauty comes in. If you grab this, if you grab this and start zipping, see how that just kind of conforms to everything? And then it just zips right up and it stretches. So because that stretches, that gives you all sorts of room and the ability to fit pretty much everything in there. And it holds tight, it's got a handle at the top. It's just a very well-built pouch, well-built tech pouch for not a lot of money, which is great because you really don't want to break the bank on these. So anyways, guys, that's the side-by-side tech pouch. I'll leave a link in the description to where you can get it on Amazon and other places. There's other places you can pick it up. But we fit all that into here and it just tucks right into your backpack. It's so great. I love this thing. I take it everywhere. It's one of the best ones out there. So if you're looking and don't want to spend a lot of money, go for this guy. Okay, guys. If you like this video, hit like, because that's a good thing. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.